Nailed it. What's going on, everyone? Thank you for stopping in. So we got a couple things we're gonna do today. I'm gonna run the pick and pull because it's snowing again, and I wanted to work on the green check, but it's not gonna happen. So if you're relatively new to the channel, you're gonna learn something new about me again today. I'm like 5 years old, and I get on these little tangents and like buy random parts. The other day I bought a Weldon AN bung, making a turbo timing cover for an LS. A turbo, which we'll get to at the end of this video. I'm going to do a Q&A. I posted on my Instagram. So if you're not following my Instagram, you want to be a part of the next Q&A, follow me. It's Endless Wishlist 6.0. But a couple people asked about turbos. I like turbos. I love turbos, actually. I would love to turbo my truck. But yeah, we'll get into that later. But I just get bored and I buy these parts. This was only like $4, so I bought it. Another thing I wanted to do was 5.3 swap the LS. 5.3 swap the Colorado someday, so I was just doing research today, see what I needed, and there's a computer and a gas pedal you need for the swap, so I was going to go to the junkyard and see if I could luck out and find those things because they're cheap at junkyards. So I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to do today. Maybe we'll go to Summit and check out the discount rack, see if there's anything good there. Yeah, so that's it. We're going to take off and get going. It was sunny when I left my house, and now it's like a blizzard. Not really, but I'm so tired of the freaking snow. We're at that awkward part of the year where they give you Mother Nature gives you like a week or two of like warmish weather, like 60 something. I was like, all right. And it was like 4 degrees the next week, and then it starts snowing for a week. It's not my favorite time of the year. I like this time of the year because the days are getting longer. I have noticed that, so that is cool, but ready for some t-shirt weather. Alright, well, yeah, that pick and pull run was short-lived. Right after I put the phone down, or the GoPro down, start driving, paying attention to the road, I got a call from work and had to go in. So, yeah, that was all over the place trying to grab stuff. Yeah, that's a bummer. So, and we're not going today. Yeah, no way. So the pick and pull is gonna have to wait for another weekend, maybe next weekend, I don't know. So we do have something we could address on my pickup. The tow haul button is not working. It stopped working on me once before already, and I took the deal apart and I fixed it. What happens is there's just one single wire, or one or two, and I'm shifting so many times it gets a break in it and you have to splice it back together. So I'm guessing that's what happened again. So we'll take the shifter and the boot off and see if that is the problem. We'll let this thing run while we're in here. Hopefully it warms up a little bit. Get some of this snow off the damn thing. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, yeah, the tow haul button right there, nothing's working. So we're gonna take this crap off. If we get this out of the way, this just pulls off. There's any screws on this. Oh, maybe there is. Get out and take a look. Negative. So this comes apart somehow. This is supposed to come out. That's right. I forgot. This has been a while, so I forgot how to get this bad boy out. Just pull firmly, I guess. And well, that was kind of a pain to get off. did come apart right there. See that? So yep, I'm gonna take this thing out and we'll solder it back together. Okay, so this comes out very easily. It's just one screw holding it in. And if you watch my older videos, taking out my gauges, I was telling you that I wasn't really too proud of how I did things when I was younger. When I first bought the truck. Here's another good example. Yeah, so we're gonna do this right this time. This is one of those impulse buys. You know, you get those ads on eBay or Facebook or whatever. These are the heat shrink soldering things. So we're gonna use these instead. A little bit smaller, not quite as bulky, and they seal themselves. I had these wrapped in electrical tape. I know, you guys don't even have to grill me, I'm grilling myself. So we're gonna hook these back up, and then I don't think the harness unplugs from the truck, at least not from what I saw. We might have to run an extension cord out to the truck and solder them back together, but yeah, so that's that. So I guess I'm looking online, there is somewhere down here it unplugs, but I don't feel like tearing all this loom apart to get to where it unplugs. So, and there's no positive or negative, this is just a ground for the PCM to engage the tow haul. So they're both, I guess, grounds. It's just a loop or a circuit or whatever. So these are a little too long. I'm gonna trim them back a tiny bit. And of course I left the wires clippers in the garage. So got these all soldered up nice. Got them shrunk on one side but not the rest. That way it's holding on to the wire. And then slide the other end and then shrink it all the way. Okay, so it's back in, and gosh damn it, I left the keys in the garage too. There's my old Audi. Okay, let's see if it works. See if we fixed it. Cool. It has been fixed, so now we could put our set screw back in and piece the dash back together, but you guys can probably figure that out. You watch me take it apart, so we'll snap our fingers and alright, so everything's back together. Hopefully it still does it. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go to the store real quick because I'm hungry, and see how it drives with the tow haul on, because since the tune I have not driven it with the tow haul on. The guy thought that I actually had it turned off, and like I just showed you guys, the wire was just broken. So now I want to see how it drives with the new tune and tow haul. So it definitely holds the gear a lot longer, so it's working. That's cool. That was one of my concerns, was with towing that Yukon back to my parents' house. If you guys haven't seen that, I picked up a Yukon. Essentially just has a bad engine, so I'm just going to swap a 5.3 or 6.0 into it and then sell it because it's really clean. Now my tow haul works, I don't mind towing it. Again, everybody, I apologize that this video is not super riveting, but the snow is really putting a damper on everything. It's getting me down, and wet, cold. I don't want to be outside working on the green truck. The green truck is essentially done. As far as like it running, it'll run. I just need that fuel pump. Other than that, it needs O2 sensors, but I'm gonna get new ones for this guy, and then just put these ones in that truck, and then the exhaust. And then that thing will freaking run. I mean, it'll be like drivable. These tires, but that is besides the point. There's nothing to really do with the engine, just because they sat for so long, dry rotted. So I'll see if I can pick up a cheap set somewhere. Not trying to spend a whole bunch of money on this truck. The idea behind this truck was just to pay myself back for the 6 liter. It was taking a lot longer than I thought, but that's just because, you know, we get sidetracked on things, and sometimes things take longer than they're supposed to, or you think they're going to. But now that I know how to do the swap and everything, the Yukon should go pretty fast. I want to try to do that one in a weekend. I think that'd be kind of cool. Get all the parts together, because this one, I'd buy one thing, do it, one part. So I want to try and get all the things, all the parts ready. Pull the harness, get the car where it needs to be, so I can pull the engine, pull the harness off, work the harness, get it ready. Send the computer out and get it tuned and everything. That way we can pull the engine, put the new engine in, hook everything up, and see if we can get it to run in one day, like one weekend. That'd be pretty cool. Running for a while, and that's as warm as this thing will get. I've had a problem with the Flexalite fans. The little deal that came on it never seemed to work. Like you're supposed to be able to adjust the temperature when they kick on. For me, it never seemed to work. So I turned it all the way up and all the way down, and it would always kick on at the same time temperature. It doesn't even need to be on right now, and it's cooling. So that is just yet another reason why I'm going to the factory, like 05 and up, E-fan setup. Alright. And I guess before we go inside, I'll do my Q&A. I think we got like 9 or 10 questions or something. Let's see. Alrighty. Question from Eddie McGuire. Ever gonna swap the front clip? There was a time I really wanted to do the 06 front end swap deal. I think for now we're gonna wait, because like I've said, I want to get a Duramax, but for the Duramax, I don't really care if I get a GMC or a Chevy. There's days I like the GMCs better than the days I like the Chevys better, so I will say that if I get a GMC, then I'll do the 06 front end swap. 454 Chewy, when you going for the retune to get the bigger injectors? I do not know. I still haven't gone in for my updated tune from the guy to have more chop and stuff at the idle. Which I guess isn't a big deal, because I've been kind of messing with the throttle body to get the throttle position and everything the way I like it. And once that's all set, then I'll go back. But bigger injectors, probably by the summer, I'd imagine. He said a retune wouldn't be much. I talked to him about that. He said it'd probably only be like $100 come in with the new injectors and everything. All right, Mosif_1111. Which octane tune from Black Bear do you recommend? I recommend premium. Might as well. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything putting premium in there. Obviously, with the more compression you have, the more it helps. But then let's see, James_Jordan_96 says custom tune or nothing. Under his comment, he says, but who? Obviously, a custom tune is always going to be best, because the guy can sit here in your vehicle and see how it is reacting to everything. Online tuners, they have to be conservative, because there's so many things that they can't see that are going on right in front of them. So yes, a custom tune, in-person tune is definitely the way to go. If you don't have access to a tuner in your town, then Black Bear is a very good option. You could do the auto cal or the scan cable deal. That is probably the second best, because it actually data logs it, and you send him the data, he looks at it, changes it, and sends it back. So yeah, I would do premium. Back to your question. Hall_Jason, do more giveaways for your stickers. Maybe. B Herrera 58, when are you going to boost it? I love big turbo or single turbos. I'm not much of a twin turbo guy. I love single turbos, And I was actually going to boost this when I still had my 5.3 in it. I ended up getting the 6-liter. And still, even now, I still think about boosting it. The problem is now, you know, I've bought the headers, which headers and the Y pipe together were over $1,400. And then the heads, you know, they're ported and everything, which is great for boost, but I have too much compression for boost now, so I would have to go back to 317 heads. It's just, I might boost something else. I don't know. I really want to, but I'd be having to take a lot of things off because you can't reuse your headers. You go with a different setup for your exhaust, but maybe someday. And then right underneath him, K. Geringer. Have you ever considered forced induction? Back to the other guy's question. Yes, I have considered it. Will I? I might. We'll see. And then nothing_stock, the guy that pulled my truck to the dyno, if you guys don't remember him, he's got 4 questions. One, when's the 06 front clip swap? Like the first guy, depends on what Duramax I get. When's the turbo going on? Not anytime soon, but maybe. I mean, another possible route I could take would be to do a supercharger. That way I could leave my exhaust the way it is, and then just take the manifold off. So that is actually a route I could take. Still might have a little too much compression for forced induction, but then at least I just have to swap my heads out, not my heads and exhaust. When's there going to be a Duramax on the channel? Hopefully this year. Last year, which I think this is that old video is probably the first video you saw of mine when I was actually looking for a Duramax last year. I didn't buy it, obviously. I said in that video that last year was going to be the year I bought a Duramax. Didn't work out. Things come up. This year, I really hope that I'll be able to get a Duramax. But don't let that scare you, because this truck isn't going anywhere anytime soon, and I'm not going to stop with the LS stuff. The Duramax would be definitely a mild build. It'd be more of a daily driver for me. I want one, but I absolutely love the LS engine. I think it is a great engine, and I like putting it in things, so don't let that scare you. This channel will still be pretty much the same. And then number 4, can I buy those hardened TSP push rods? Depends on if you turbo your truck or not. Alright, so that is all the questions we got. If you want to be a part of the next one, follow my Instagram. It is Endless Wishlist 6.0. Hopefully next weekend it is a little bit better weather than what we got going on right now. The weather says it's supposed to be nice, but you know how that goes. They change it from day to day. They pretty much just get the current day right. So fingers crossed that this is the last snowstorm we have of the year. I know that's kind of wishful thinking, but it doesn't hurt to hope. So thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.